Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to welcome you to a very special lesson taught by our wonderful teacher, Jack Stocken. You're in for a treat, folks who are unfamiliar with Jack's teachings. I see, of course, all of our regulars, the members of Jack's weekly Improver class. I see so many of you guys here. Extra thanks to you guys, especially those of you who invited friends, but your support, your involvement in LearnBridge Online makes doing free lessons like this from time to time possible. So thank you guys as well. And I also see quite a few of Jack's intermediate students visiting from his Monday lessons. So thank you guys for coming as well. Hey, Tiggy, Derek, Beetle, David, very glad to have you here. Anne, Dave, Linda, Jeanette, old friends and new. Some of you might not know me. I've gotten to know many folks here, but my name is Bajir. I'm a bridge learner, like all of you. I created LearnBridgeOnline.com to be a place where bridge learners like us could learn from some of the best teachers from around the world. Where I live, it is not easy finding bridge lessons in English. That's all I'll say. The regulars know what I'm talking about. But being able to have Jack teach his lessons here has been such a joy, such an honor. Jack is one of the most loved and respected teachers in England, now in the whole world. You've probably seen, quite a few of his videos on YouTube. Maybe some of you are former members of the class. We're very happy to welcome you back. So yeah, we'll be starting momentarily. Just a couple quick things. First, I want to invite everyone to join in the live chat. Jack will be asking you questions, and some of the folks here will be very confident, very quick in their answers. Some of us need a little more time. Some of us might not be as sure of our answers. Wherever you fall on that, I hope you'll jump in. Your involvement helps Jack know when to speed up, when to slow down, when something needs, a little more explanation. Similarly, if you have a question, leave that in the chat. We have a large gathering here, but Jack does an amazing job responding to the questions. And if you have a question, it's very likely that other people will have the same question. And there are quite a few folks, both in the regular class and who have registered for this special free lesson, who are unable to be with us live. So you might be doing a favor for someone who is not able to ask the question. So please do jump in. We'll all learn together. We'll make mistakes together, and we'll have fun together. That's the most important thing. One thing not to leave in the live chat, the regulars all know this, say it with me. If you run into any tech trouble, don't leave that in the live chat, as it can distract from all the learning. I'll keep it really short. If you need any tech support, what I ask is just reply to any of the emails that LearnBridgeOnline.com has sent to you, and it will reach me personally, and I can help out privately. You can also come to LearnBridgeOnline.com, the website, or just click on the our logo right above me, right above my head. I could almost touch it. You click on that, you come to the website. There is a support widget in the bottom left corner of the page. You click on that, you can reach me personally. That way you won't distract from everyone else who is here to learn. We're all here to learn. Last thing I need to do, I need to start the recording and go live on our live stream. I see some folks also there on YouTube. So just waiting for the recording to say that we are live, and here we go. The recording is active. Welcome back, everyone in the class. Welcome to new folks visiting this week. We're so glad to have you with us. Should be a fun lesson. We have quite a few folks here with us in our virtual classroom, and we have folks watching on YouTube. So wherever you're joining us from, say hi in the chat. Let's get to it. Let me find the man of the hour and call him on up to the stage. Here he is. All right, a big round of applause, please, for our teacher, Mr. Jack Stockin. Hey, Jack.
Yeah, the teacher's here.
Wonderful. This should be, oh, look at that. Oh, this is a good group.
Yes, fireworks going off. We've got hearts. We've got it all going off this year. This is one of these free promotional lessons. I only do them twice a year. Obviously this is for our regular subscribers as well, but we invite in special guests from around the world. And, they're coming in as far as New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Tasmania.
It's really incredible. We're seeing literally from around the world, everyone joining in. Yeah. We can all learn bridge together from our fantastic teacher.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, I will turn it over to you. We're here, less talk, more rock and roll, but I'll be here at the end.
Yes.
We can check back in. And of course, if I could be of any assistance, just sing out my name and I'll hop back.
Okay. Yes, I imagine you might be a bit busier today with newcomers. But yes, let's get on with the bridge lesson. Fantastic. So yes, a very warm welcome to you all. And to those watching in replay as well, who can't actually make the live session a very important part of the class. So here we go. Let's crack straight in with further use of the takeout double. Okay, here's one to get you going. So my class is always very interactive. Otherwise, there's a risk you might fall asleep if I drone on for an hour. So we're always asking questions. So West has opened one club. I've made a takeout double as North. Okay. East has passed. It's your turn as South. What would you bid with that one there? You've got 9 points. Number of bids you could make. Let's see if you get the right one. So this is the interactivity. My takeout double, of course, just whilst you're thinking about your answer, I've got 12 or more points. I'm short in clubs, and I've got support for the other 3 suits. We like to teach SOS for the double. So what do you bid? 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. They're all options, but what's the right one? And it's great to see so many of you here today. Regulars, of course, and newcomers who've probably never had an online lesson before. Hopefully today you can see what fun we have online. Let's cut to the chase. The most important thing really is to show the major suit. I must just say that. So you can change your answer. When responding to a double, your first priority is to bid the 4-card major. Forget the 5 or even the 6-card minor. So yeah, you can change your answers. But are you going to bid 1 spade or 2 spades here? Let's have a look, shall we? But yes, the whole point of the double really is to find a 4-4 major fit if you can. I'm afraid if you bid 1 or 2 diamonds here, you'll never find the spade fit. So very well done. If first time round you bid 2 spades, because it's a very common mistake for improvers and intermediates too. They just bid 1 spade here or 1 diamond, but we jump. So 1 spade here is 0 to 8. A jump to 2 spades, 9 to 12. Very good. Jill, you need to contact Bashir. Hello at learnbridgeonline.com. Yay, Beetle, you bid 2 spades. You've got off to a winning start. Okay, so it's a really useful one, that. Forget the 5-card minor, bid the 4-card major. All right, let's move on. West has opened 4 hearts, a weak hand with an 8-card suit. I've made a double as North, ostensibly for takeout. What do you bid, if anything, with that hand there? Just 3 points. Length over strength doesn't apply when responding to a double, Ellie. 4 points, yeah. Well, options are to bid 4 spades or to pass. Which do you prefer? No one's vulnerable, Steve. Assume no one's vulnerable, but vulnerability wouldn't affect me here, whether I'm vulnerable or not. But yeah, assume on these hands no one's vulnerable. Vulnerability doesn't really affect it much. Not necessarily, Martin. The higher level, you can pass doubles at the 4 level. More of 4 hearts or 4 spades. But for me here, let's have a look at the answer, shall we? What did you do if you're watching in replay? I'd bid 4 spades. There's a good chance 4 hearts double might make, if you leave the double in. And okay, you might not make 4 spades, but I think it's more important to bid 4 spades. Your partner's got 3 of them. I'd be expecting 4 here most of the time. You got a 5 card, so you know you've got a fit. But there is a higher chance that 4 hearts double could be making if North only has an average hand. So best to bid 4 spades. Good. Let's move on. So a double of a 4-level opener is still for takeout, but partner can pass the double, especially if it's 4 hearts or 4 spades, more often if they don't have a good alternative. So I'd say about 70% of the time you'll leave partner's double in after a 4 heart or 4 spade opener. Tiggy's asking, how strong do you be to double at the 4 level? Really just 12 plus points to double 4 hearts, Tiggy there, if you're short in hearts. You need to get into the bidding. Perhaps a few more if you're doubling 4 spades though, Tiggy. Maybe 15 plus, but it depends on the shape of the hand. If you leave it in London, Liz, yes, that is converted to a penalty double. So 4 hearts, pass, pass, pass. Sorry, 4 hearts double, pass, pass, pass. Yes, you convert it to a penalty double. What about this one? So they've opened 4 spades. North's made a double, ostensibly for takeout. What do you bid with that, if anything? What have you got? 9 points. Well, I've got my. There is someone watching from Malta. I've got my Malta muggler. When we did a bridge holiday in Malta a couple of years ago. Yeah, so 70%, you really don't want to be bidding 5 clubs or 5 diamonds here. So I'd say most of the time when they open when 4 spades is double, you're going to pass. Convert it into a penalty double, yeah. There you go. There's the answer. You do get, all those watching today and in replay, you will get a worksheet as well to download off Bashir's website. Good. Yeah, most of the time 4 spades will go down. Let's now play. So what we do in these live lessons, everyone, is we have, it's about an hour. We play 3 or 4 hands on BBO as well. So let's go over to BBO now. For one I prepared earlier. What would you open on the south hand? You've got 6 points and 8 spades. Just whilst we do that, Martin wants to know how takeout double becomes a penalty double. By passing, Martin, yes. Yeah. Basically, by passing partner's double. That's how you convert it from a takeout double into a penalty double. But to stay tuned, Martin, we'll see what happens here. But yeah. Oh, hi, Jim. Jim Steele, yes. Right. Number of names I recognize from the past, of course. And West, 16 points. So your standard 4 spade opener, 8 card suit, less than 10 points. Yes, clearly you need to take some action here. Double seems like the wisest choice. I mean, sometimes to double here, you might even have a strong balanced hand. You know, you might even have 3 cards in spades. North passes, of course. East, anything for them? 5 points. Do they bid? They'd have to bid 5 hearts, or do they pass? And one or two of you are a little bit confused here. So if you pass here, which you may or may not do, that converts the takeout double into a penalty double. So the final contract will become 4 spades doubled. That's how you convert it into a penalty double by passing. Most of the time, when partner doubles, you'll bid. But at this very high level, that would be a notable exception at the 4 spade level. You just have so little room to maneuver. So definite pass here. Yeah. I would not want to be bidding 5 hearts on a 4-3-3-3. Good. Experience, of course, you know, is the key word. The E word I often talk about, I sometimes talk about in my intermediate class, the E word. Experience. I'm sure you'll all leave the ace of hearts. Lorraine, you should be seeing cards. Yes, please contact Bashir. hello@learnbridgeonline.com. Yes, you're supposed to be seeing BBO cards. Poor Lorraine. She needs to refresh your browser, Lorraine. Right, let's focus. So, as declarer, Focus on losers, yes. Looks like we've got 2 hearts to lose, a spade and a club. Well, have you got a plan as declarer, by the way? This is a defensive hand, but have you got a plan as declarer? I've made a plan. Basically, my plan is really we need to get rid of one of those heart or club losers, don't we? That's the plan, right? Let's get playing. Signal of the 2 of hearts from the east. Playing natural signals today. I say natural, high encouraging, low discouraging. Some of you might play other systems. Right, now let's focus on west for a minute, the defense. Steve's also made a plan, which is good. As declarer. Now let's make a plan as west, the defender. What do you think west does next, having led the ace of hearts? So, it's always right to lead the ace from ace king, but is it always right to continue with the king? Well, I'll tell you as the answers start to flood in on the live chat box, which I can see down the right-hand side of my screen. That's how I can interact with you. I know what your answers are. 2 of hearts is discouraging, Steve, just playing kind of normal methods. Yeah, I'd be very nervous about continuing with the king of hearts when I see the queen and dummy and partner's discouraged with the 2, because partner won't have a doubleton. And also, declarers opened, declarers bid 4 spades. You know, they could easily have a singleton heart. So very well done if you switch to the king of clubs at trick 2. Otherwise, you set up the queen of hearts as a discard for a losing club. So that's a really good switch. Declarer desperately needs to come back to hand. Right. Should we focus on east for a second? This is mainly a defensive hand, actually, this one. What does east do when the 5 of spades is played? Do they rise with the ace, or do they go second player play low, do you think? So yes, we're going to look at 2 or 3 different forms of the takeout double today. We've looked at the basic one after 1 club. We've looked at the one at the takeout double of a 4 level opener. Well, it's very interesting. I imagine many improvers will go low. Look what happens if you make the mistake of playing low. Declarer wins with the king. Immediately takes the diamond finesse. Well done if you spotted that. It's a necessary evil. Yep, a necessary risk, should I say. Although you know West has made the double. They're more than likely to have the king of diamonds from the bidding. Look, you can bring up bidding here by clicking on 4 spades double south. And look what happens, you see. The ace of diamonds is played and the club loser or even the heart loser goes away. It doesn't matter. And declarer will make their contract. Yeah, the loser's gone. So let's go back in time. I've got the courtesy of the undo button. Very well done if you went up with the ace of spades here. It was essential to do so because now you can come back a club, partner's queen. They then cash the king of hearts. Yes, I mean, some players, more experienced players, might have led the king of hearts there to give a count from partner. But either way, the king of hearts is played, and that is that. It'd probably come back a club. But declarer draws the last few trumps, a couple of trumps, and makes the rest, doesn't it? Yeah. Good, that's it. So we can claim the rest. We are 1 down. So that's a really good defense from West, leading the heart. Yeah, some of you might play the more advanced method of leading the king of hearts for count, which is a bit complicated. I'm not going to go into it now. But either way, you had to switch the king of clubs at trick 2. Most of the people before COVID didn't do that when this hand was played face to face. You know, just lay out the ace, king of hearts, and then the contract is made easily. Good. Let's go back to the classroom now. Okay, different situation. You've opened 1 club as south with your 18 points. West has made a preemptive 3-heart overcall. That's like an opening 3-heart bid, 7-card suit weak. Good suit. Partners pass these. What next for you as South, if anything, do you think? This lesson, by the way, for the improvers watching, who normally turn up at this time at 11 o'clock in the morning, this was the next lesson in your curriculum anyway, further double. It's one you haven't done before. But it's a good lesson to do with everyone because it comes up quite a lot. Right, well, it may come as no surprise to you what the best bid might be. Here's a little clue. I have one here, not far away. Look how shiny it is. That double card. It's obviously one of my students' double cards. Mine's, dog-eared because I do use it quite a lot. It's such a versatile bid, isn't it? So actually far better here to double. And this is still for takeout, remember, 100%. The golden rule of double, which is pretty simple. So if partners passed or not yet bid, double is for takeout. And it gives you so many more options here, doubling, rather than bidding 3 spades. I mean, partner might have no points at all. But if you double, you see, partner might have a hand with, say, 4 hearts to the Queen Jack. They might want to convert the takeout double north by passing if they've got good hearts. And then it's 3 hearts doubled. Does show a point gap, so I'd say about 16 points or more to double here. I would want to have 4 spades to make a double here, Tiggy, yes. I would expect South to have 4 spades here, the other major. I really would. Yeah, good point from Tiggy and Sarah M. I would want to have 4 cards in spades to make this type of double. 4 clubs you see is a bit no man's land, Victoria. Yeah. Yeah, no, much better to double. Short in hearts, partner please bid. Known as the reopening double, by the way. Okay? Known as a reopening double. So it's a less obvious double, this one. That's why we're doing it now. Well, if I was 5 spades and 5 clubs, then I would have opened 1 spade. So yeah, if I was 5-5, I'd probably show my 5-card spade suit. Good, but it does give you a lot more versatility doubling. And as I've just said, North can always pass if they've got length and strength in hearts. This is the reopening double I've just been telling you about. And then we like to throw in a few captions as well when you teach online, just to liven up the slides a bit. There's a lot of gold. I've just mentioned that. The golden rule of double, partners passed or not yet bid, then double is for takeout. Oh, Victoria was a bit confused, never mind. Easy to get confused in this game. Yeah, double in the balancing seat as well, David, yes. Can be less points. I'm not doing that double today, but you can borrow a king in the protective seat. Let's go back to BBA for hand 2. 2 of these hands are playable yourselves, by the way, after the end of the lesson. Bashir will give you the link online. And if you press the next button, it will show you how the hand should be played out once you've given it a go or 2. So North is the opener, that's 16 points, 1 club. So it means, just to be clear, Jerry, yeah, if I double and my partner hasn't bid, or passed, or had a chance to bid, double is still for takeout. Most experienced players play most doubles for takeout under the 3 no trump level. So here, yeah, a standard 3 heart, weak preemptive bid, 7 cards. Vulnerable, I'd be fine with that's got good shape. South can't bid. Neither can West. North, though. What next for them? What have they got? 16 points? Yes, there's also double in the balancing sheet. That's another lesson, actually, David. That's the protective bidding is another lesson. It is a useful bid double. Always kind of try and think about it because people do forget to use it. But yes, clear the live chat box. They're all doubling. I'm sure you doubled watching in replay as well. Good. Double for takeout. Over to South now. 9 points. What do you think their best bid is? Yeah, for those who play negative double, Steve, not everyone does. Of my improvers, just more points, I think, really. Depending on the hand, Steve. I mean, more like 12 plus points, I'd say, to make a negative double there. Just too weak to make a negative double for those who do it. But let's not confuse negative doubles, no. We're just doing takeout double today. Well, do you bid 3 spades or 4? It's 3.5, actually. But really, remember, opposite partners double, you should jump with 9 plus points. 0 to 8. Thing is, if you bid 3 spades here, you might have 0 points. And partner will pass. Well, they should pass anyway. I'm bidding 4 spades here. I'm pretty certain my partner's got 4 spades. If they haven't, I'll have a word with them afterwards. If they haven't, they must have an incredibly strong hand. Good. Yeah, we're not playing duplicate. These hands are devised mainly around teams of 4 Chicago scoring. Opening lead. We'll just practice the opening lead. What would you lead with the West hand? I normally make the opening lead myself if it's straightforward. We'll just have a quick practice of the opening lead. Oh, hi, Emma. Hi, Trish. Yes, partners suit top of a doubleton. Good, good, good. Margarita, Sam, our regulars, of course, along with many newcomers this morning as well. That's the idea, to open up these lessons to those who haven't had one before online. So I kind of made a plan. What am I thinking? I'm just thinking about the bidding. East has overcalled 3 hearts. They've got 7 card suit. They're likely to have a singleton. By the way, if you open at the 3 level, you're 4 to 1 more likely to have a singleton than 7-2-2-2. Okay, those are my thoughts. Let's turn our attention to East. What card should East play, do you think? Third player. Which card specifically should East play? Which of those hearts? I'm sorry some of you couldn't get my Houdini hand, by the way. The link was broken. In a couple of days' time, I'm going to resend that to you, that fun hand with Houdini. The 6 hearts. I'll resend that to you, but I know the link was broken. I think a lot of you couldn't access it. Yes, I would definitely overtake with the King of Hearts. Yeah? Yeah, not the ace. Remember, third player plays cheapest of touching honours. So technically the king, because you're clearly going to switch to the 9 of clubs. Yeah, and I think you do need to overtake this one, Chris, because you need East, third player, needs to take control of this defence by playing that 9 of clubs. Which one should we play as declarer? Because remember, it's a joint effort. Do we play low or do we win with the ace? Well, something very fishy is going on here. East has overtaken the heart and very quickly slung back a club. It's clearly a singleton. You must play the ace. 100%. Yeah, you know West has a preemptive 3 hearts. They like to have a singleton. Right. I think it's time to draw some trumps. Test the lie of the land. Well, singleton, Liz. London, Liz. Yeah. Clearly, we don't want to continue hearts when there's a singleton heart in dummy. Right. We get the bad news. Not altogether surprising that trumps are 4-1. But that's not good news. What do we do next as declarer? We've drawn 2 rounds of trumps. Which card should we play next, do you think? Declarer, of course, always being the south hand when we teach online. I always have declarer as south, much easier that way. There's no finessing to do, Ellie, here. No, there's no finessing. Well, it might be tempting to play hearts, but actually, most of you who do online lessons regularly or come on bridge holidays, you know that I call 5 card suits gold dust. Here, rather than run ourselves short of trumps on dummy, let's try and establish the clubs. they'd rise with the king. In case South started with a doubleton. It's possible that South has a doubleton club. And which card does West play next, having risen with a king of clubs? What card does West play? Well, they can do what I call the supermarket special when I teach bridge. That's 2 for 1. Bog off, all that type of thing. Or you don't see too many of those now, do you? But definitely Jack of spades. Best thing to do. Now we must try and get back to hand. Overtaking with the Queen of Diamonds. And we continue with the establishment of the clubs. 10 or 7 there, doesn't matter. You know, that's a marked finesse. You know it's going to win. It's called a marked finesse when you know East hasn't got any left. Yeah, marked finesse there, David. Now we cash the Queen of Clubs. We've kind of done the hard work now. Heart can go away. Another winning club. Second heart goes away. West will rough it. But we make the last few tricks. What a tricky hand, that one. I think it's available in replay, actually. Yes, so this is one that, hang on, is available for you to replay yourselves. Ooh, breathe a sigh of relief. 420, just made 4 spades with your help. It was tricky hand, Sarah. Yes, not easy. Good defense as well. There's some good defensive points in there. Sometimes it is right to overtake partner's honor, whether you're defending or as declarer sometimes. So there we go. Let's go back to the classroom for some more tuition. Okay, different situation here. You've opened 1 spade with your 15 points. West has overcalled 2 hearts. Your partner North has passed. East has passed. Over to you as South. Is there a bid there for you there or not? With 15 points. What do you think? Are you going to let the bidding die at 2 hearts? Which is what you would do if you pass. They just play in 2 hearts. You've got to think North might have some values here. North could have, you know, up to about 9 or 10 points. So the clue, I think, is in the title of this lesson, further use of double. Reopening double. Again, another reopening double. Partner, I'm short in hearts. I've got the other 3 suits. Please bid. Very good. Yeah, no, again, if North has good hearts, you know, I don't know, Queen, Jack, 10x or something, good, they've had to have good hearts. They can always leave the double in. But most of the time, they'll bid 2 spades, maybe with 3 cards or 4. They might bid 3 clubs, might bid 3 diamonds, whatever. But you're back in the bidding. But 100%, that double is for takeout, any methods you use, because partner has passed. As I said earlier, most doubles under game level will be for takeout. Good. Here's a different situation. I've opened 1 spade. You've made a takeout double with your 17 points. West has raised to 2 spades. 6 to 9 points and 3 plus cards. 2 hearts is just a normal overcall there, Jerry. 8 or more points, you know, 5 or 6 card suit. What do we do here, though, if anything? At the moment, the contract is 2 spades by the opposition. Do we fold in our cards? And here are some cards, look. put them down and pass. We wouldn't be allowed to redouble, no. That would be an illegal bid, because the contract is 2 spades. To make a redouble, let's just be clear. Look how shiny my redouble is, by the way. Oh my God, I used this about 5 years ago. Where is it? Yeah, that's the redouble card. I'm not going to go into that now, what that means. Very rarely used. But no, you're not allowed to redouble here. You're only allowed to redouble after someone's doubled. The contract here is 2 spades. Yeah, I think we can double again. It's a really good hand. The opponents have found a fit. Let's squeeze some life out of partner by making a second takeout double. Good. Still 100% for takeout. And we might find a nice little contract at the 3 level. Even if partner's got nothing. We've got that's a really nice hand. Good. Let's have another look. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. I think you'd have to have about 16 points or more to double second time round. When the opponents have found the fit, chances are you've got a fit as well. Partner bids with nothing, Sarah. They have to just bid their 4-card suit, or sometimes even a 3-card suit. They have to bid there. They don't want to leave the double in. But if partner has 0 points there, they literally just bid their suit, which sometimes might be 3 cards. Good, there we go. Double again with a good hand. Right, well, this is a situation that is interesting. East has opened 1 no trump, and you've passed with your 13 count. West has bid 2 hearts, which is natural, by the way. It's not a transfer. They're just playing natural bids. So 2 hearts here is 5 hearts and a weak hand. It's not a transfer. So that's passed back to us as south. What might we do with that, do you think? If anything. Fairly average 13 count, isn't it? So just to be clear, the 2 hearts is a weak hand with hearts. East-West are beginners. They're not playing transfers. They would tell you, Jeannie, at the table. If they don't announce it, you assume it's natural. That's why you should always announce transfers and stamen, etc. I think this is a situation where many improvers would pass, and a few intermediates too. And that would be the final contract. They'll probably make 2 hearts, easy ride. No, not table talk, Jeannie. No, they have to announce it. You're always allowed to ask, playing face-to-face or online. You can ask East what it is, and they'll tell you. It's natural. So here we can make, surprise, surprise, a takeout double. You're in what we call the protective or balancing seat anyway, but no, this double's well up to strength. I would want to have 4 spades here. Yeah, the other major to double here. So it's perfect, isn't it? You might well find a nice little cozy 2-spade contract here. The opponents will probably make 2 hearts. You might push them to 3 hearts. Yeah. All good? Yeah, so do look out for that double. Short in hearts. Opening hand. You could be slightly weaker here. Right, let's move on to a different situation. 1 heart by East, and you're the overcaller now with 19 points. 5 spades, 4 diamonds, etc. What would be your best bid here, do you think? With 19. What kind of bid might you make? Something different. This is a different part of the lesson. I think might be new for some of you watching here today. So you've got options, haven't you? You could bid, you could bid 1 no trump, you could bid 2 no trumps, you could bid 1 spade, you could bid 2 spades. Problem is, they're not ideal, are they? No trumps isn't ideal. You don't have a heart stopper. So I wouldn't be bidding no trumps here. And the problem about bidding 2 spades, that most of us would play that as a jump over call, showing a weak hand, a weak jump over call, 2 spades. And even in before weak jump over calls, 2 spades would show a strong hand with 6 spades if you're playing old-fashioned methods. But nearly all of us play weak jump over calls now. So actually, it's too strong to bid 1 spade here as an overcall. You know, that's only up to about 6 points, maximum 18. So very well done if you doubled. So this is doubling when you're too strong to overcall, typically 19 or more points. The good 18s can apply as well. Start with a double. Partner thinks it's a normal double. And then after North's response, then you bid 2 spades. So let's say North comes back 2 clubs, your partner, then you bid 2 spades. Yeah, look. So this is when you're too strong to overcall. Start with a double. SOS doesn't apply. But after partner's suit response, on this previous hand, they'll probably bid 2 clubs, won't they? Kind of thing they do. Then you bid your own suit. Okay, and then partner gets the message. They're suddenly thinking, yeah, this is a bit strange. I've made a takeout, partner's made a takeout double. Now they bid their own suit. That's weird. So they will know that it shows a hand that was too strong to overcall. So typically now, the 2 spade bid is 19 or more points and a 5-card suit or better. Emma, even if you have length in opener's suit, yes, you might have 3 or 4 cards in opener's suit. It's the exception to the rule. It's a point count. If partner bids spades, Chris, then, well, you're away at the races. I'd probably bid to 4 spades on that. Nice shape. Yeah, even though partner might have nothing. So that will be a new double for some of you watching today. Maybe the regulars in this class haven't done it before. So double when you're too strong to overcall. I think that'll take us on to hand 3. Let me see what's coming up here. Oh, some addendums there. Oh yes, we'll do some addendums later for the more experienced. Let's play hand 3. First. There we go. Rosemary, what if your ops bid your suit? What do you mean? Let's have a look at this one. 1 heart by East. South has got 19 points. That'd be unusual, Rosemary, if they bid your suit after the double. Then you'd have to come back with... Yeah, it's unusual. I don't think it's ever happened to me. I might pass because my partner's got no points. Yeah. But I wouldn't worry about that, Rosemary. I don't think it's ever happened. Right. Well, with your newfound knowledge, even those of you who didn't know about this before, we really are too strong to bid 1 spade here. You'll often miss game. So we start with them. Partner thinks it's a normal double. So they just bid 2 clubs. East. Would you bid 2 diamonds as East? You're not vulnerable? What do you think? Or would you pass? I think East can bid 2 diamonds. They're not strong enough to double. No, they're too weak. Now, I'd be bidding 2 diamonds to show my shape. 5 and 4. Yes, nice. Good suits. Nice shape. Not vulnerable. South does what with their 19 points? What does South bid? Of course, yes, these lessons all come with a worksheet, 2 pages of A4 with detailed, clear notes. And after a lesson, you get 2 playable hands as well on the BBO hand viewer. I don't think there's any rush here. Some of you are bidding 3 spades. No, 2 spades does the job here. Partner may have no points at all. Nil point. Excuse my French accent. Yeah, 2 spades does the trick. That shows this type of hand. But back to North now. with their 6 points. What do you think they might do, if anything? They're scratching their head a bit, aren't they? What's going on here? This is a bit strange. What do you think North does best to do? Some of you, of course, will be familiar with this doubling with too strong to overcall type of hand. Of course, on our Monday class at 9:30, we do more high-end stuff. We do a mixture, but we do duplicate, winning strategy at duplicate, Roman key card, Blackwood, splinter bits. We do commit, not the whole time, but we do a mixture. Right, they are jumping to 4 spades because they know partner's got a 5-card suit and 19 or more points, so they can jump to game. Oh, hang on, just before we do, I think West would have bid 3 diamonds here. Some of you are wondering why they didn't. Yes, West can certainly bid 3 diamonds when partners bid 2, even with 1 point. But North jumped straight to game. Good. Yeah, they can bid to the level of 5th. Yes, Vivian was ahead of me. Right, so Singleton led. And, well, things are looking quite good. But I like to count losers in high-level contracts. Generally 4 level and above. Some of you will count certain tricks, but I prefer to count losers. How many losers have we got here? Some of you will find it's still quite difficult to count losers. Again, experience counts for a lot. Ooh, I'm just going to put my oven on whilst you're waiting. Hang on a second. There we go. Oh, back again. Quite a tight schedule when this lesson finishes. Right, so we've got 4. We've got the ace, king of diamonds and 2 hearts. So clearly there are chances to get rid of those losers with the clubs. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we can definitely draw trumps now, can't we? There's no reason not to. Ace, king, queen. Pleased to see the suit dividing 3 and 2. Well, yes, better not discard a club here, by the way. That'd be a bit sloppy of the robots. You know, keep the same length as dummy. Following suit. So now we have to do something with the clubs. Now, I know it's difficult. When I teach, I do like to have all 4 hands face up. I think it's much easier for me to show you the cards, easier for the students to see all 4 hands in play. But just every now and again, which one would we play from the dummy now? Just looking at north-south cards. Which card would you play from the dummy? Trying not to look at east-west. I know it's difficult. Give yourselves 1 mark if you get the correct answer. Give yourselves 2 marks if you tell me why. Why is it right to play to the 10? I mean, of course, we can see that East hasn't got any clubs left, but why is that the right thing to do? Because East might have the jack of clubs. Might they or might they not? So you get a bonus mark here if you tell me the reason why you're finessing to the 10. It's quite risky. And the answer is not immediately obvious. I think just whilst you're thinking about this, and those in replay, of course, have the advantage of pressing the play button. You go to 4 spades south, and we look at the bidding. East has shown up with, from the bidding, we know East has got 5 hearts and 4 diamonds at least. And they turned up with 3 spades, didn't they? Remember, they followed suit 3 times. So well done, Jim. Yes, more experienced members of the class will think back to the bidding. East has shown a 5, 4, 3, 1. From that game show, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So back in the 80s. It is quite clever, Maggie. We know that the 10's going to win. Yeah, because we knew East shape was 5, 4-3-1. That's quite difficult, especially for the improvers to do. It's quite hard to think back to the bidding. There's a signal, playing high, encouraging, low, discouraging. But now we're on the home straight, look. All these hearts can go. What should we show, hearts or diamonds? Doesn't really matter. Let's throw the diamonds. Better to throw the diamonds. Don't think it makes any difference. What did Martin just say? Martin's on the gin bottle. Martin, there's a glass for you. It was quite hard, Martin. Maybe it's above your pay grade. Hearts or diamonds going away. It doesn't matter. They're winners. Doesn't matter what we do now. We'll just let the opponents pay out their cards. So it's polite. Because Anne's asking, why do we know it was 5-4-3-1? Because Anne, East followed with 3 rounds of spades. Yeah. I was watching. Hang on, we're just cashing winners now from the opposition. Quite a fun hand to finish. Working out the shape's always difficult. Experience, Trish, is the key. Tough hand, that. Especially if you're playing that at the table, especially tough hand. I mean, obviously it's easy when you see all 4 hands laid out, but if you're playing that at the table, just seeing north-south, that is more the domain of your club expert. It was fun to see, wasn't it? Tricky, yes. Tricky hand, that one. Let's go back to the classroom. We're doing quite well, but we need to finish with a few addendums. Now, these addendums that we have, we don't always have them in our online lessons, but quite often, they are for the more experienced. That means that if you're less experienced, you can have a mental timeout or let it wash over your head like a warm breeze that I often talk about. So let's have a look at these. They're trimmings, really. So after East transfer bid of 2 hearts, what do you bid as South, do you think, if anything? So it's gone 1 no trump pass. East has bid 2 hearts, which is a transfer to spades. Do you have anything to bid as South, do you think? Yes, I've even remembered the oven. I'm not particularly good at multitasking, Chris, in Ely. Not Eli, we know that. So some of you may not know this. That's why I'm putting it. It's for the more experienced. If you're reaching for the paracetamol like Martin, you may want to ignore this for the time being. But should we have a look at the right answer? Not all of you will know this. That's why I'm talking about it now. But a double of a conventional bid of transfers or Stamen says, partner, please lead the suit. Lead directing, yes. A good 5-card suit. Some of you playing duplicate pairs might do it on a good 4-card suit, by the way, just as a little addendum plus. Yeah, useful, isn't it? 100%. No, so not for takeout. A double of a conventional bid, like a transfer or a Stamen, shows that suit. Partner, please lead it. Quite useful, isn't it? Too risky to bid 3 hearts, Les, on only 9 points. Useful to lock away that one. Should we have another addendum? I think there's another one. Oh, there is, yes. This is even harder. This is for the even more experienced. So don't have nightmares about this one. Some of you will have come across this bid before. The opponents have bid confidently to 6 spades. Is there anything you might do there as South? Imagine, and if you don't know this gadget, you're probably going to pass. Could be a warm breeze, Christine. This will be a warm breeze for quite a lot of the regular improver class. Yeah, just ignore it, kind of accept it, then delete it from your memory. No, not many will know this one, Sam. A few of our newcomers might. Now we've got a few experienced players joining us, but this is, this was in the improver class anyway. It's a bit of fun to finish. A handful, I think, will know that. I think most improvers, even intermediates, would pass here, but there is a special bid you can make here, and that, surprise, surprise, is a double. So when you double a slam, and yeah, when you double a slam, a suit slam, it's known as the Lightner double, and says, partner, I have a void, please find an unusual lead. You don't double just because you think it's going to go down. No. More info online if you are interested. If it's above your pay grade, delete it from the memory. It's not going to come up anytime soon. And your partner probably won't remember it. Yeah. So just ignore that for a lot of the improvers, I would. But it's quite fun, isn't it? So double, you double slams if you have a void, and it means partner find an unusual lead. If you Google Lightner double at bridge, you'll see lots of examples. Yeah, but that's the point, Catherine. I think Catherine's made a good point. She's followed it all till the last two. These are just trimmings at the end for a bit of fun for the more experienced. Well, partner can work it out, you know, to give. Partner's got length in a suit, so partner's got lots of long clubs. They might think, oh, well, they're more likely to have a void in clubs. So partner's got like 6 clubs. They'll hopefully get a fish out a club lead for you. Yeah, that's right, David. They'll probably lead their longest suit most of the time. But let's not think about it. Let's not dwell on it for too long. Now, listen, we're nearly over. We're not playing the 4th hand. We've run out of time. But if you remember just 3 things from this lesson, after partner makes a takeout double of, say, 1 club or 1 diamond, whatever, jump with 9 to 12 points to the 2 level and do try and show that 4-card major. So 1 club, double pass, jump to 2 spades with a 4-card spade suit. Secondly, opener can reopen the bidding with a takeout double as long as responder's passed. Yeah, reopens the bidding. And finally, if you've got 19 points or more, so forget about those addendums. These are the things to concentrate on. If you're too strong to overcall, this will be new for some of you, many of the ones who are regular in this slot, improvers. If you're too strong to overcall, start with a double, then bid your own suit. And partner, hopefully, will get the message. Hello, Shauna. Very late. Hello. Thanks for joining us. That, 11:56 UK time, is the end of the show. Ooh, take a deep breath.
Thank you.
Bashir's back in town.
Jack. And thank you, especially folks who are able to be with us live for this. Thank you guys for filling our chat box with answers and questions for Jack. A very fun lesson.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. It's great to see so many new folks dropping by, Bashir, as well as our regulars too. So yes, what we do once or twice a year. It's a promotional lesson, and and I think everyone did really well.
So everyone who registered for this, keep an eye on your inbox. I'll send an email to you with a worksheet for today's lesson, which you can print out and save, as well as 2 featured hands using a BBO hand viewer, which you can play through from all 4 hands, and you can see how Jack plays through that same hand when you get stumped.
Yes, that's a new feature we've added just the last couple of weeks, isn't it? Pressing the next button. Yes, you'll send them all the links, Bashir. And yeah, as people know, I'm here. I'll be here twice a week online, every week of the year. Come on, John. I think you're going to send them a little special promotion, aren't you?
Yes, it would just be lovely if you enjoyed today's lesson. If you're not yet in one of Jack's classes and you'd be interested in trying it out, also keep an eye on your inbox because you can start with a free trial, and we'll make the free trial a bit longer than usual if you'd like to keep going. Speaking of keep going, Jack, what do you have in store for us next week?
Well, next week, same time, same place. We're actually, for the regulars on the Improver at 11 o'clock Wednesday mornings, we're doing the unassuming Cubid.
Okay, that should be fun. Tricky topic.
We've never done before. It's like an overcalling gadget convention. So it's really useful, but the Improvers are up for that now. And then on Monday, the intermediates, they're slightly more experienced at 9:30 on a Monday. We're doing a review this year, which we do every 5 weeks. So typically the topics we're reviewing are defending preempts. We're doing bidding slams, how to bid them quickly. We're also doing one no trump, what it means on different situations around the table. And probably establishing the suit with trumps as well. So these review sessions are really useful.
Both of the lessons next week give us something to look forward to. For folks who don't know, if you're a member of either of Jack's classes, his Improver class or his Intermediate class, you get access to both of them. 2 new lessons every week by becoming a member of the class. We would love to welcome you. If you have any questions, just reach out you'll reach me personally. Just come by learnbridgeonline.com or reply to any of the emails that I send you from the newsletter. You'll reach me personally, and I can help out with any questions you have about membership. We'd love to have you join us.
Yeah, I mean, it's great now. As you know, we've opened up the membership to 2 classes. It only used to be 1 class a week. But now, of course, you can come on Monday with the intermediates, Wednesday at 11 with the improvers. So there's lots to do there. I just will say a quick hello to Jim, Steele, and David. David joined us on a ski holiday a couple of years ago. They're just saying hello to me in the chat box. The classes are, Philip's asking, are the classes recorded? Yes, they are, Philip. So every class is available in replay. So those watching in replay today can access this one anytime they like, can't they, Bajir? And the replay library.
Not only that, and this is what really separates being a part of Jack's class from almost anything I've come across online. You become a member, 2 new lessons every week, and immediate access to dozens of recorded lessons in the lesson library, which, I mean, you could start watching right away and probably keep watching straight through for a few weeks, and you won't be able to watch them all. So
yeah, the replay. You know, before COVID and lockdown, you could never replay Jack Stocken's lessons. It was gone. You know, but now there's as you say, there's this library of lessons, and people can keep going back to them. And yeah, that's fantastic. The online teaching, but I think what it offers, and the interactivity. In my view, very much makes it the best way of learning bridge. A few people.
I sure appreciate being able to work with you and learn from you. People are kind of often surprised to hear this, but I get quite shy, and so being able to learn in this format is helpful for me. There are different learning styles for all sorts of different people, but we've certainly seen these online lessons help. I mean, quite a few folks level up their game, build their confidence, and just learn to, maybe push themselves to the next level. So
many of the students here, we're beginners. I do a beginners class starting at the beginning of October once a year, so that's exciting. Complete beginners, learn online. They're still here. They're playing with each other online on BBO, made friends. It's just a fantastic kind of community. And we didn't mention that, but yes, a lot of our players play in Learn Bridge Online groups, certainly on BBO, twice a week.
Lots of folks have started meeting up, playing together online.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's an incredibly supportive and friendly group. All the regulars who are here today. The regulars make this all possible. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for inviting your friends. Thank you for being part of Learn Bridge Online. It's really been a joy being able to learn alongside you.
And I know, Bijie, I've just been reading the chat box. Anne and Ellie and others are pleased to see you as well, making an appearance on Wednesday morning. It's always nice.
Oh, it's a treat for me as well. That's kind of them to say. Well, Jack, this is actually Jack's second lesson already this morning. Yeah, so Jack, we better let you go.
Well, I have to switch the oven on here because I need to make myself a bacon sandwich before I...
Well deserved. Well deserved. And maybe later today, another one of those. Who has the gin ready? I hope you brought enough for everyone.
I think Martin Fielding's got the gin ready for us. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Martin. Pass it around. Everyone, if anyone else brought any treats, cookies, now's the time. Bring it out and we'll...
Just one thing, Bijir, before we go, one or two asking how they get the worksheets, how they get the replay. You basically just email them the link, don't you?
That's right. Yeah, so keep an eye on your inbox. Members of the class can always find those on the class page.
Yes.
If you're visiting, keep an eye on your inbox. And I will send it to you.
You'll send them the link. Keep an eye on the inbox or sometimes the junk or the spam box just in case. But yeah, newcomers will obviously get a link. They'll get an email today, I think, telling them how to. Obviously, regulars who are signed up, they're logged in already to the website.
And of course, if maybe a friend wasn't able to register for this in time or wasn't able to catch it, if you know someone who you think might enjoy this lesson, forward that email, send them that video. We'd so appreciate it. Word of mouth means so much to a small business like this one. So a preemptive thanks to you for
share the love, as they say, Bashir. Yeah, share the love. Yeah.
All right, Jack, you have something in the oven. We better let you go. Everyone else, thank you guys for choosing to spend your Wednesday morning with us. We hope to see everyone back next week, Monday and/or Wednesday. Let's do it.
But I'll be there. I'll say hi to Jack's mum as well, who's not with us this morning, but makes a regular appearance, as you know, in the classes.
We have fun.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Jack. Well done.
See you later. Bye.